In communication with Southern California, Channel 9 Public Affairs presents Teen Talk. Each year, the Academic Decathlon involves 53 high schools and over 475 students in the Los Angeles Unified School District. The 6 team members are required to write an essay, give a speech, submit to an oral interview, and take part in the Super Quiz.
This was an Olympic year, and many of us have dreamed of greatness on the athletic field. When we hear the word decathlon, most of us conjure up images of our greatest athletes competing for the Olympic gold. But today we have a panel of students who have competed in a different kind of decathlon, the Academic Decathlon, a grueling competition no less demanding than its physical counterpart, which tests who has the most intellect rather than who has the most strength. I'm Joseph Feinstein, and today on Teen Talk we're going to discuss what it takes to compete for the coveted title of Academic Decathlon Champion. Welcome, panel. Welcome to Teen Talk. It's nice to see you here. Let's start by asking you, how do you go about being chosen for the decathlon team? Lawrence?
Well, at Dorsey, there's pretty much a 2-step process. In the beginning, you just let it be known to the coach that you want to be a part of the decathlon team. Mm-hmm. At that point, you're put into a decathlon class. In this class, you were matched with the other students who are interested in being on the team, and you take tests and go through interviews and give speeches and so forth. And the coach at that point makes a decision on the top prospects for the team. And at that point, everyone takes the SAT and go through more testing. Mm-hmm. And it finally boils down to the 6 top members, 2 in each category, and those going to compete in the competition.
2 in each category.
Yeah.
What are the 3 categories?
Well, the decathlon is set up into 3 categories. You have a A category, students with A grade point averages. You have 2 of those, 2 in the B category, and 2 in the C category.
No D's and F's floating around the decathlons. Okay. And do they do the same thing over in your school, Lola?
Actually, we were like, they came to our classroom, our honors English classroom, and they just asked for sign-ups, and we just signed up. And as soon as we got a bigger class, we just all we were given a chance to show, how well we would do. And at the end, the coach just published a list of the people that he wanted on the team.
I see. So it's a matter of how much you know is a little bit. And what about for you? What kind of thing did they do with you, Mark?
Well, it started off, the coaches for the team went through all of the various AP and honors classes looking for potential students, and they summoned all of the people who had been recommended by teachers and had satisfied the various subject requirements and things they were looking for. Yeah. And they brought us all together, and we were all evaluated by a couple of tests, and then they chose like the top 21 members, I think it was, and they put them all in one class. So we were all together, and then we went through a lot more extensive testing. And about 3 weeks before the competition, they told us who the actual 6 were with the 3 alternates.
Well, obviously, I was going to ask you, does everyone have to be an A student? And you indicated that at your school you don't have to be an A student. Is there anybody that's not an A student in school? You were telling me you're not exactly the A student. I think you mentioned that.
No, as a matter of fact, I'm not. Before the Academic Decathlon, I didn't really find school challenging. I found that teachers were, I wouldn't say they're exactly easy, but they cater to the students who don't do as well in school, and so things seem a bit elementary to me. And so I've never really found school interesting. Mm-hmm.
So why don't you shine in that case and just kind of get the A's if they're so easy to get? Why don't you just kind of grab a hold of an A and hang on to it?
Well, in most classes you start off with an A, but what I do, I just do enough work, and I just put in enough effort in order to get a passing grade, and other than that, I really didn't care.
The world will not really know how brilliant Nishana really is. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Well,
all right, let's get back to decathlon a little bit. When preparing for this, is it mainly a problem of memorizing facts and details? What was it like for you when you were on the team? You were in uni high school, Jennifer,
right?
And now you're at UCLA, and you're a big deal freshman at UCLA. What was it like when you were on the decathlon team?
Well, most of us, we didn't have a class the year that I was there, so it was basically extracurricular. So we spent a lot of time after school basically going through books, a lot of encyclopedia work, a lot of lectures from special guests that came. We spent most of the time like that. Now we have a class at uni, so it's a lot more centered.
Really?
Yeah.
You like that better?
Well, I wasn't there during that time, but we did better this year because we had a class.
And how about you, Maggie? What was, Flora, rather? What was it like for you?
Well, in the class or just being elected?
Yes.
Well, this year we had a special class, but we didn't have one last year. Pretty much, I didn't have the time. I couldn't be in the class. I just did it as an independent study, and so did Maggie. It was pretty much what Jennifer said, going through encyclopedias and making time to, to get together and work it out in lectures, hear lectures, and especially it was
what
independent.
What school did you go to?
Hollywood.
And how did you guys do in the run that you just recently had?
We didn't do that bad. We did pretty good, actually.
What place did you wind up in?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I have no idea.
Let it be put on the record that she doesn't know. Do you happen to know? You're on the same team.
Actually, I
No?
don't.
Okay. This year, I think Taft High School won and now they're going to the Nationals, aren't they? They're the state champs, and now they're going to the Nationals. And last year, Los Angeles Marshall High School won it for the United States of America. God, we're right here in L.A. Good old L.A. What kind of person is your coach? What kind of guy is your coach?
We had two coaches.
Two coaches.
One was a math teacher at our school. He's also the leadership advisor. So he's very active in the school and very enthusiastic, real outgoing, and a lot of experience teaching. And he was sort of the driving force to get it going. And the other teacher is Miss Griffith, is an English teacher who doesn't have as much experience, but is a really dedicated person who put in hours and hours into getting all the background information for us. And between the two of them, they sort of worked as a team and got us going.
During the Olympics of 5th century BC Greece, academics and the arts held equal importance to the athletic endeavor. Panel, do you think we place too much emphasis today on the athletic aspects and maybe not enough on the academics? Shauna, I think you got some points of view on that.
Yeah, I do believe that society, not necessarily just parents and people, but I think society as a whole puts more stress on athletic events more than they should. A person with an academic background has more of a chance of succeeding in a long-term future, more so than a person who focuses on athletics. And at our school, our coach, Dan Spetner, he places a lot of attention on the academic decathlon. So what happens is that we have this big booster club, and since football season and the academic decathlon are basically at the same time, they are at the same time.
Yeah.
Since they're at the same time, a lot of people are really high about the academic decathlon. And the academic decathlon is really popular, so it's really more popular than the football season. So everyone comes out during, the competition to the super quiz, and everyone's really high-spirited. And I think that's good that you can actually have that in a school because it's not there in most schools.
Oh, I agree. And this year at Grant, we became the basketball champions. We didn't make it to the very, very end, but we played for the finals, and that got a lot of attention. But Marty, does the academic decathlon get a lot of attention over at school there too?
This year we got more than usual because it was held at Grant High School, the city competition.
Okay.
So they closed off the quad so the grass could grow, and they rented trees for the competition.
I was wondering why the school looked so beautiful. It looked like a set out of a Hollywood movie. Yeah.
But you couldn't touch it.
No, don't touch. Just look.
They tried to put a lot of hype up. They had a whole pep rally the day before with all the cheerleaders, but it was more like a joke for most people. It's hard to get as enthusiastic about economics as it is like
Which
about
is a real
basketball.
shame. That's one of the points that we tried to stress at Dorsey.
What's
Whereas, like at times at Dorsey, we would be studying late at night, sometimes until the police would come in and take us out. And they couldn't believe that the people would want to study until 12, 1 o'clock at night.
Well, let's face it, it's a little unusual, Lawrence.
well,
I mean, you know, this is 1988.
Besides being unusual, it's just not accepted. If you see a guy at a park shooting baskets at 2 in the morning, he's a hard worker, he's determined, he's practicing.
Right.
If a person's studying, that's unusual. Are you sure you're studying? Are you breaking in? You know, these are the comments that you get, and it's a shame.
I'm surprised they didn't send the people from Camarillo over to kind of check on the kids that were studying. Do you miss a lot of work and school and other things to be on this team? Is that required, Lola?
Not really. We assemble the class before school at 7 a.m. For the first for a couple of weeks, and at the end we would meet after school and also before school.
So you did sacrifice then. You're getting up
Yeah,
early. I mean, 7 a.m. is dawn to most of my students
true.
anyway. You know.
Yeah, we had that was in the fall semester, so we had to go like when it was sort of dark, but that was about the time.
Did any
we
of you
really
have to
did that.
curtail certain jobs in order to be on the team? You did, Lawrence?
Yeah, several job opportunities I had to pass up, and also several programs, scholarship programs we had to pass up, along with the general high school things such as going to dances and homecoming. We missed all the homecoming dances and so forth. There's a lot of football games because you just don't have the time. If you're going to commit yourself to studying, then you don't have the time to go out and play a sport, for instance, or go to a dance.
Well, why is this so important to you, personally?
Well, personally, for me and my team, my team had 5 females on it, and we were entirely minority.
Let it be noted he enjoyed himself immensely.
No, we were the whole team was minority, and we basically had a point to prove that being in an inner city school, we could compete academically with those schools in wealthier communities. And so, not only as a black male, I had a point to prove, but these females also had a point to prove for women that they could actually compete in an academic competition equally and even exceed.
And
Wonderful.
everyone on the team got at
Great.
least 1 medal, so
Really?
we're really proud of ourselves.
Terrific.
Our school had a little bit of a different philosophy. Our school is more, we're not going to place it as your #1 priority. We want you to dedicate yourselves, but we're not going to take it to the extreme so much that it interferes with your other classes.
Did you give up? Did you
That's
give
all.
up a job? Did you give up classes or grades or something?
I don't think I really sacrificed that much.
What'd you
to be on
get
the
out
team.
of it? What have you gotten from this?
A lot. I mean, like her, Nashana. I'm also habitually lazy. I don't know. I am.
You make it an art.
Yeah. Master procrastination. But so this team gave me more of an incentive to work. I'm not used to opening a book out of class for school, and it gave me that because now I'm more studious than I was. Not that I'm studious.
No, we don't want you to go crazy. Anything like that. Was the school very supportive of your endeavors?
No.
No.
Our school wasn't very supportive. People in our school don't even know what the Academic Decathlon is about. Don't even know it exists. They don't. It was pretty much our coaches really backed us up, Mr. Meridian and Miss Campbell. We have the same philosophy as Grand High School did. Go out there and enjoy yourselves. Don't make it as your priority, but have fun. But our school didn't support us at all. Our fellow students didn't.
We've discussed what it takes to compete, but now we want to know what some of the benefits of competing are. What does the winning school or team or individual get out of all this? What did you get, Marty, out of the time you spent on the team?
We had really didn't take it very seriously when we started. It was for us more like a fun thing to try to work and see how we can do. And right before competition, what we felt we had gotten was that we were very close. That these people who I'd never really met before were now my best friends. And months after competition, we hang out together. We're We're the nerd herd.
That's nice. So there's a friendship that's been built and a warmth that's been built out of it all. And you're shaking your head.
Yes, most definitely. Besides getting me into college, which the decathlon did, it helped me a lot.
How did it do that?
Well, they like to look, when they look at your application, they like to see all the different things you do. And if you see decathlon on there, it's a booster for them. They think, oh, they're intelligent. They must be if they got on the team. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But as he said, it's been a year now that I've been off the team. I'm in college now, and so is the rest of the team except one. And we still get together and see each other all the time.
Really?
We're still very close
So there's
friends.
been a binding effect that
Most
way.
definitely.
That's very nice. Now you're the C student, and you're going to have decathlon written on your application as well. Do you feel that as something valuable for yourself?
Yeah.
In a word, yes.
Yeah, actually it has. It's been helpful for college, especially since my GPA is lower than what it could be.
What kind of GPA you have?
Well, now it's up to a 3.2.
Okay, that's respectable.
Around there.
All right.
It went up after the Academic Decathlon along with my SAT. My SAT score jumped and my achievement test score jumped. And the Academic Decathlon has helped me out a lot as far as learning how to study because that was something major. I mean, even after I left school, sometimes I would just stay up all night just studying. Oh, I have to get this. It was just something that really boosted my incentive to just work. And so now, even though I'm not really there, I still study to get better grades than I did
So there's been
before.
a carryover effect, and
Exactly.
the concept of what you had to do for decathlon is now part of your life's,
Right.
general practice. How about for you, Flora?
Well, just as Marty and Jennifer said, it created a bonding between students, the members.
Did you meet Maggie in this?
No, I knew her before.
I see.
Long before the decathlon, but we met a few other people, and it created a bonding.
Would you recommend getting involved in Academic Decathlon to your friends? Do you say to them?
Definitely,
Why?
yeah. Oh, it's a great experience. Besides all the knowledge we get from studying so much, which it does show up in the SATs and the achievements, like you said. It's a great experience to go out to compete. We met a lot of new people. I mean, I still keep in touch with some guys at North Hollywood, and
That you mean through the competition?
yeah, and we met other occasions too.
Let
and
it be
so
noted
it's
she
like,
said guys. Keeping in touch with yes. Go ahead.
and it's an overall great experience, and it's given us a lot of self-confidence because we're up there competing.
Yeah, you really do have to kind of think about what you're going to say and what you're going to do, and take that chance. Is it questions that come rapid fire? Is that what they do? Give you these rapid fire type questions with one-word answers or a true false or something like that?
Well, it's mostly the written tests are multiple choice, but when you're going for the interview, you don't know what to expect. Or when you have the impromptu speech, they give you like 1 minute to prepare and
A minute to prepare?
1 or 2 minutes to
On
prepare.
what's the subject, for instance?
Anything. It could be anything.
What did you get?
I got, I think it was, who's my most important role model or something.
Oh, that's nice. And who'd you say?
My father.
Your father. How very nice. Did you get a raise in your allowance?
Not really.
No raise in allowance? We'll work on that later. Lawrence, what was your topic to speak about for improv?
My topic, the prompt was describe a journey that you would like to go on or take. And my journey was, of course, to Texas in April, which is when they held the national competition for Academic Decathlon.
You are
And so
very clever,
I spoke
young
for a
man.
minute and a half on my team studying hard and being dedicated so that we could make it to Texas in April to compete with the top minds in the nation.
I see. But you're not going.
Unfortunately, no, we're not going this year.
This is where Taft High School
This
is
is where
going?
Taft is heading, yeah.
Where in Texas are they going?
I'm not sure. I think it's in Dallas. I'm not sure.
In Dallas.
I'm not exactly sure exactly where it is.
Well, it's going to be a long march. I mean, that's a long walk. They're going to be taking a plane.
I hope they'll
I
fly.
hope so. And what did you talk about, Lola?
I talked about the qualities that I'd like to see in a teacher, and I just said that there were, several things. But then halfway through, I got horrified, so I repeated the whole thing again. And
Really?
it was so embarrassing.
Yeah,
They were just
well,
sitting there.
we do get a little nervous sometimes. The trick of it all is just not to think about yourself and to
Yeah.
think about what you're saying and what you want people to really know about. Okay, so if you could accomplish in the athletic decathlon what you have in the academic decathlon, would you change places? Would you change places to be able to succeed athletically?
Definitely, definitely not. I mean, look at America today.
Yeah.
If you're a decathlon star and you go to the Olympics, you can look forward to a couple of Wheaties commercials, and maybe you get you'll be a speaker on a sports show or something. But with the knowledge that you obtain, and with the discipline, with the study habits, with the talents of dedication and sacrifice that you learn from being a part of an academic decathlon team, those traits last a lifetime, and you can't place a monetary value on the things that you learn while preparing for this competition because it demands so much from you.
Some of the students that compete in the academic decathlon will taste the thrill of victory, and some will feel the agony of defeat. But they're all champions in that they can take the satisfaction in knowing that they have put forth the effort in something that very few of us will ever come to achieve. These students are proof that when challenged properly, their young minds can accomplish feats of strength that can compare or surpass the greatest physical accomplishments of our time. And each of these academic decathletes truly deserves an Olympic gold medal. If you want to follow the competition, check with your school to get the dates and place of the finals. We wish these and all the other competitors continued good luck, and we say thank you to all the teacher coaches who have devoted so much time and effort. Panel, you have been wonderful. I appreciate your participation here today. For Teen Talk, this is Joseph Feinstein saying we will see you very soon.